Hello everybody and welcome to Extreme. Today it's going to be part 2 of my December-January game pickups. Today we're going to have some limited run stuff and we're going to see all the games I got for Christmas. So let's jump in. Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and let's check out these pickups. Okay, starting off, we are starting with a limited run game release. I got an order of limited run stuff this month, and that's Sam & Max Save the World. It also came with this nice slipcover, which I had to buy separately, for future 2 other Sam & Max games. The limited run is going to be releasing, who knows when. They haven't put them up yet, but I got this sitting here for the next few years until they release the other 2. Now, Sam & Max Save the World, it's a point-and-click adventure made by Telltale Games, which no longer really exists. I don't even think it has their name on the box anywhere at all. It's just got a company named Skunk Ape on here. So I don't know, maybe they bought the rights to these games off Telltale since they went bankrupt or whatever before. So it's a point-and-click adventure. You play as Sam & Max, a dog, and I think it's a rabbit. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't played this game before, but I hear it's really good. It is one of Telltale Games' earlier point-and-click adventure games, so I'm excited to jump in.
It was a commissioner, Max. Multiple reports of malfeasance in the neighborhood.
That's my favorite feasance!
Next up from Limited Run Games, I got Double Dragon Neon. So Double Dragon Neon is a newish Double Dragon game, side-scroller beat 'em up. This game is pretty cool. It's made by WayForward, which is the makers of the Shantae games and River City Girls, stuff like that. And everybody knows the Limited Run Games. They milk the shit out of anything WayForward does. So, but this game, I'm not a huge fan of the graphical style, but the gameplay is actually a lot of fun with this one, so this one's definitely worth checking out. Next up, also from Limited Run Games, I got Double Dragon 4. This one I was actually looking forward to a little bit more than Neon, because Double Dragon 4 is done in the same formula that Double Dragon 2 is. So it looks like Double Dragon 2, it plays like Double Dragon 2, and Double Dragon 2, in my opinion, the NES version, is the best game in the entire Double Dragon series. So this is actually based on the Double Dragon 2 NES version, not the arcade version. It's something to keep in mind. Like I said, I like the NES version the best out of all the releases of Double Dragon. So yeah, so this one I was looking forward to getting. Like, you know, done in the same graphics, just laid out 16:9 on the screen. Excited to play this.
The Double Dragons face a new threat, a gang known as the Renegades. Defeat the underlings and pursue their boss, and put an end to their ambition.
Next up on the Nintendo Switch, this is Limited Run. It's Kaze and the Wild Masks. This is a side-scroller platformer game based off of Donkey Kong Country. If you go in, jump into this game and play it, it's like you're playing Donkey Kong Country. It's straight up exactly like Donkey Kong. It goes as far as you can collect the letters Kaze in the level and everything. So yeah, it's just like playing Donkey Kong, released by Sedesco. They have some other cool games they released. But yeah, this one's pretty fun. Next up is a game I've been looking for a gift for a while, and I actually got it on a really good sale for Boxing Day, so for almost pretty much half price of what it normally retails at. So I figured I had to pick it up now as opposed to later, and that's Dying Light Platinum Edition. So Dying Light, if you don't know what this is, it's a free roaming zombie game. You travel through the game by doing parkour. So it's a mix of, it's a first person game. It's a mix of like Mirror's Edge and Dead Island, taking those 2 games and putting them together. And this is what you come up with. I hear this is a lot of fun. I haven't tried it yet, but I've been meaning to play it for a while. A lot of people think this is a really, really good game. I've been meaning to play this for a long time, and I don't think it really got the attention it deserved up until this release. So I'm excited to play it.
You follow their rules as thoughtlessly as you follow mine. Like a good little dog.
Next up, we're going to get into the games I got for Christmas. I only got a few games for Christmas this year, so there's not a lot. Not a lot here. So I'm going to start off with the Spirit of the North Signature Edition. So if you look on my channel, I've already done an unboxing of this. I got this for Christmas for my brother, and it's a pretty nice set. It's got, you know, the usual, you know, pins, cards, stuff like that in here, but it also has a CD soundtrack, and the music, the soundtrack for this game is really, really good. Essentially a puzzle platformer. You play as a fox. It looks very peaceful. It looks like it could be a good time. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to jump in. Next up on the Xbox One, I got Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been looking forward to this one. I was on the fence with it originally, but now from what I hear, it's a really, really fun game. It's a team-based third-person shooter, and it looks like a lot of fun. I hear it's a lot of fun. Made by Eidos Montreal, which I believe worked on one of the newer Tomb Raider reboot games, I believe. Yeah, so I've been looking forward to playing this. I think you switch between characters with a D-pad. It's one of those type of games. So it's team-based, so I'm looking forward to this. It's funny how they make these games team-based. I believe this is only one player, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to this one.
The most deadly woman in the galaxy just admitted she loves us.
I did not.
You did.
I said I enjoyed your company.
That is the Catathian definition of love.
Next up is a game I've been looking forward to for a long time, and that is a Resident Evil 2 remake. What's funny about this game is it was bought from a GameStop, local GameStop, but it is a European copy of the game, which is strange. So somebody went through the effort of importing this from Europe for whatever reason, because this game got a wide release here, so there's no reason why you would import it. And then they ended up trading it in, so it's kind of funny that it ended up, I ended up getting this for Christmas. Now, Resident Evil 2 Remake, I've been wanting to play this for a long time. My favorite Resident Evil game in the series is the original Resident Evil 2, and this remake is done in the far superior gameplay style of Resident Evil 4, so I'm really excited to play this. I've been wanting to play this for a long time.
What the?
Next up, I got some games a good friend of mine gave me. He didn't want any more, he didn't play them, so he gave them to me for the PlayStation 4. So I'm going to start off, I got some NHL 19. I'm excited to play this kind of, just because I haven't played a hockey game since probably NHL 95 on the Sega Genesis, 96, one of those. So I'm excited to play this, see where the EA NHL games have gotten to from, you know, the 16-bit era. From what I understand, NHL 93 was the last one with blood and fighting. I don't know, I'm sure they added fighting back in by now on these. Gotta check it out and take a look. But I believe this one's got a bunch of like 90s players in it, in like a Legends type mode or something like that. So it says right on there's 200 plus Legends, including Wayne Gretzky. So I don't know, I'm excited to play this. Next up, I got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This is the Call of Duty series that is made by Treyarch, the Black Ops ones. One of the Black Ops games is multiplayer only, and it doesn't have a single-player campaign. I'm not 100% sure if that's this one or the fourth one. Either way, I'm looking forward to playing this. Well, I'm looking forward to playing this if it has a campaign. If it's multiplayer only, I'll probably never play it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I love the Call of Duty campaigns. I've always loved them. I don't play online much, so hopefully this has got the single player. Next up, I got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is essentially one of the most disliked Call of Duty games. I don't think the game itself is bad. I think it's supposed to be pretty good. It's just, it's such a straight up rip-off of Titanfall, minus the Titans from what I hear. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing this, if that's what it is. I hear this has got a decent campaign, so I'm looking forward to try it out. Next up, I got Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. What this is a first-person RPG free roaming. I've never played any of the Fallout games. I'm interested to try it, but at the same time I'm not, because I'm not a huge fan of RPGs in the sense that I don't like games that focus heavily on stats and menus and going through menus and stuff. So I don't know. I'll try it out, see if I can get into it. If not, whatever.
Let's go, boy.
Next up, I actually got a PlayStation Vita game this month. Yes, a PlayStation Vita game, as rare as they are. I got Mod Nation's Racers Road Trip. So this is a Mario Kart style racing game but what's kind of cool about this is you can customize all your karts. There's no licensed characters in it or anything. It's just a fun little racing game for the Vita. I love the PlayStation Vita. It's such a cool handheld, and it's such a shame that there's not very many great games on it. The problem with the Vita, it just became an RPG machine, and unless you're into JRPGs, there's only like 10 to 20 games on it that are worth getting. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to trying this out, see if it's any good. Next up, picked this up at a thrift store. It is Tomb Raider Legend. This one is made before they rebooted the series, so this one is kind of done in more of the old school style of Tomb Raider games. I'm looking forward to trying this out because it's near the end of the old school style of Tomb Raider games life cycle, and to see where they've gone from the beginning to the end, how they evolved, is kind of interesting to me. That being said, the newer Tomb Raider games are absolutely phenomenal. I love them so much. They're some of my favorite third-person games out right now. So, I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to take a check at this one too, though.
He is a very dangerous man when his interests differ from yours.
You'd be amazed how persuasive I can be, even with dangerous men.
Next up, I picked this up at a thrift store as well, and that is Crackdown 2. Crackdown 2 is kind of like a cool, chaotic, free-roaming, platforming shooter in the third person, which you pretty much just blow stuff up everywhere. It's just all about explosions and blowing things up. Game looks like a lot of fun. I've never played it. I hear Crackdown 3 is terrible, but 1 and 2 are supposed to be really good, and this one's supposed to be the better, I think, of the two.
Burn, baby, burn. Extra crispy.
Next up on the GameCube, this is the only GameCube game I got this month, and that is F-Zero GX. I got a really good deal on this game because this game is pretty pricey now. I'm going through this thing now because the GameCube was the first system where I was old enough at the time to trade games in. So I actually used to have this game back in the day. There's a few games I used to have that I ended up trading in. You know, when I started collecting, I pulled my old games out of the box. I'm like, oh, where'd this game go? Because I forgot I traded these games in, but I did. I traded this in. I had Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes remake, which I didn't like that game anyway, so it's not a huge loss, but I know it's a super expensive game now. Beautiful Joe, Geist, those are all games I had that I traded in. I regret, and I'm going to try and re-pick them up if I can find them at reasonable prices. But this one I got at a reasonable price, so I was excited to get it because this is a really, really good game, and I was a sucker for trading in back in the day. So, I don't know. It's got 4-player split-screen racing, super fast racing, 60 frames per second, this game. So it's really worth checking out if you haven't played it. Next up, I got a bunch of PlayStation 2 games at a thrift store. I love these thrift store finds because you get these good games for dirt cheap prices. So let's take a look here. Starting off, I got Ratchet and Clank. So this is the first one, I believe. This is the greatest hits version of Ratchet and Clank. These are pretty fun games. If you haven't played them, jump in, check it out. You play as, I don't even know what the heck he is, to be honest. It's some sort of marsupial or something, and you have a robot with you, and it's all about the guns, this game. It's all about all the cool weapons you can use to get through the levels. This game has been a long-running series for Sony, and it's done them really well, so I was excited to get this one, the first one in the series. I have a couple of others already before I got this one, so you know, it's kind of cool to get the first one. Next up in that same batch of PlayStation 2 games, I got Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. This was another one I didn't have that they had. I don't know if this one's good. I think this is the first Ratchet and Clank game with all-time online multiplayer, so that's kind of cool. Obviously, I can't play that. For sure, the servers are down, obviously, and not only that, I don't have the modem for my PlayStation 2. But, I don't know, it's exciting to get into these games. Really, really fun to add another one to the collection, because I think I got like 4. There's 4? How many are there? Yeah, so I got 4 of these for the PlayStation 2. I don't know how many Ratchet and Clanks got released on the PS2, but it's pretty cool pickup. Next up in that batch of PlayStation 2 games I got at the thrift store is Spongebob SquarePants the movie. This is a third-person platformer game for the PlayStation 2. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. Spongebob SquarePants games are supposed to be pretty good. The cartoon is a little bit after my time, so I'm not very familiar with it. It's kind of funny though. This is a Blockbuster case, and it's got the Tiger Woods official sticker on it, which is a little bit hilarious. So obviously this isn't the original case this game came in. It's kind of funny.
The smile, the laugh, the pants. Get in touch with your inner Bob.
Well, everybody, thank you for checking out part 2 of my December-January game pickups. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you dislike what you saw, hit dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. If you'd like to see any of these games in a Let's Play, leave that in the comments, and maybe I'll try and do it. Well, everybody, we'll see you later.